Hello and welcome to Xinhua Live. I am Xinhua correspondent Yu Jiaming. We're now in the waters of Weizhou Island in South China's Guangxi Autonomous Region. We're now joined by some researchers and wildlife lovers on a journey to trace one of the most poorly understood baleen whale species, the Bryde's whale. In nearshore waters of Weizhou Island, a group of experts have become acquainted with the animal. They use small boats every day to track and record the traces of the Bryde's whale. Composed by scientists, videographers, fishermen, and volunteers, the Beibu Gulf Marine Mammal Joint Research Group has been conducting research on the whales and taking the role of the guardians of these marine mammals since they were first discovered in waters of Weizhou Island in 2016. Joining us here is Chen Mo, an associate researcher from the Guangxi Academy of Sciences, who has been studying Bryde's whale in the waters near Weizhou Island since 2016. Chen stays nearly one-third of a year on Weizhou Island, China's youngest volcanic island, keeping over 6 terabytes of photos and also video footage of the endangered whales. Hello, Mr. Chen.
Hello.
Can you give us a brief introduction of yourself and the work you have been conducting here?
Okay, my name is Mo Chen, also Chen Mo. I'm from Guangxi Academy of Sciences for the whales research and also others marine mammals.
您来涠洲岛研究布氏鲸是从什么时候开始的？当时是怎么发现涠洲岛附近海域有鲸鱼的呢？ When did you first come to Weizhou Island to study Bryde's whales, and how did you discover the whales' traces in the waters of Weizhou Island?
大概2015-16年的时候，岛民告诉我们这边看到鲸鱼，然后告诉我们以后，其实我们也很惊喜。我们想知道历史上是不是一直都有鲸类的出现，所以我们就采访了很多年纪比较大的岛民。当时我们采访到年龄最大的是95岁，他当时就告诉我们，他从小出海的时候就看到鲸，然后也了解到这片海域其实他们一直看到的也是这种会张开嘴捕食的布氏鲸，而且这样的行为并不是这几年才有的，而是可能比较长的时间都存在。所以也就是因为这样子，我们才知道，原来布氏鲸一直都生活在这片海域，而并不是可能这2年才出现。
Mr. Chen says in 2015 or 2016, the islanders told the researchers that they saw whales here, which was a big surprise for researchers. They wanted to know if there have always been cetaceans in this area, so they asked a lot of elderly residents, and a 95-year-old told the researchers that he saw whales when he was a child. So the researchers became aware that the Bryde's whales have been regular visitors to this area. 能给我们简单介绍下布氏鲸这种动物吗？ Can you give us a brief introduction of the Bryde's whale?
布氏鲸首先它是一种须鲸，体长12米左右，体重大概我们认为有10到20吨之间。在我们国家，布氏鲸是国家一级保护的。
Mr. Chen says the Bryde's whale is a baleen whale species with a body length of 10 to 12 meters and a weight of up to 15 tons. This unique marine wildlife is under national first-class protection in China.
但我听说，在我国近海想要观鲸也不是一件容易的事情，所以想问一下陈老师，想要观鲸需要满足哪些条件？
I heard that it is not easy to spot whales in China's coastal waters. So, Mr. Chen, what are the conditions that needed to be met for whale watching?
然后观鲸首先要有稳定的鲸群，那像涠洲岛这片海域之所以有条件开展观鲸，是因为在稳定的时间有稳定的鲸群会在这片海域出现。观鲸其实不仅仅是看这种大型鲸类，就是观海豚也算是一种观鲸。所以像中国能有观鲸旅游项目的，基本都在广西，像青州的善良湾有看中华白海豚，然后涠洲岛这里开发了观布氏鲸， 都是因为在这两个地方有稳定的鲸群的出现。
Mr. Chen says if we want to watch whales, there should first be stable groups of whales. And the reason why there are conditions for whale watching in the waters of Weizhou Island is because there are stable whale groups in this area during a stable period. Whale watching is not just about seeing large cetaceans. Dolphin is also a kind of whale. China's whale watching resources are basically concentrated in Guangxi. We can see Chinese white dolphins in Qinzhou and British whales in Weizhou Island because these two places have stable whale groups.
其实像这片海域，因为它一直都有布氏鲸的存在而且我们从这几年布氏鲸的这种观察来看的话，我们觉得它们是一个相对稳定的种群。那每年看到的数量有可能不一样，那是因为这一年的海洋大环境有可能会有一定的区别和变化。所以布氏鲸是跟着饵料鱼而去哪里的，哪里食物多，它们在哪里聚集。像21年的时候，就涠洲岛和西洋岛之间，那一年就特别多，是因为那一年饵料鱼大量的聚集在这个海域。那像有的时候，有的年份可能饵料鱼没有那么密集或者比较分散的时候，就分散在整个可能北湾北部的区域，或者是涠洲岛、西洋岛周围很大一个范围里边。那这种时候，布氏鲸我们看到的数量就会相对少一些。但是整体来说，布氏鲸的数量应该是保持在一个比较稳定的状态，并没有增加或者减少。
Mr. Chen says there have always been breeders' whales in this area, and if we look at the observation of breeders' whales in recent years, we feel that they have a relatively stable population. We may see some slightly different numbers every year because the marine environment may vary or change within certain levels. And breeders' whales follow where the bait fish go. They gather where there is more food. Like in 2021, there were a large number of bait fish gathered in that year between Weizhou Island and Xi'an Island. But in some years, maybe the bait fish were not so dense or scattered. They were scattered in the entire northern parts of the Beibu Gulf or in a larger range around Weizhou Island and Xi'an Island. Then less breeders' whales may appear in those years. In recent years, the population of breeders' whale has remained at a relatively stable level.
Chen's team has observed the mating behaviors of adult whales and mother whales hunting with their babies for years in the area, making the researchers believe that the island and its surrounding waters are one of the major hunting and breeding zones of breeders' whales.
你看那个，让我拿好。你看那个，它头露出来了，看到吗？有，刚才前面头露出来了。然后那有至少2头到3头鲸在那里。
We can see that drones are also a method we apply to trace the whales, right?
Yeah.
So now you are maneuvering the devices, the drones, to see the tracing patterns of the whales.
Because the drone can watch the whales on the
A higher level.
the higher level, so we can see their behaviors.
Yeah, in a broader picture.
Yeah, so it's the better way for on the watch on the boat.
Yeah, that gives us an angle that only seagulls can see, right?
Yes.
航点已刷新，请留意返航位置。
飞得有点歪。
There's a whale on the surface preying on his fish.
In this area, there are 3 whales around our boat.
Okay, so can you introduce to our audience about their hunting patterns? How they attain their food.
It's a very special hunting behaviors. We call it the trap feeding is only for Bryde's whale and the humpback whales.
Okay.
Only for these two species.
So we can see that when they emerge on the surface, there's a bunch of seagull around their head.
Mm-hmm.
So we can tell where their precise position is by the flying patterns of the seagull as well, right?
Yeah, right. That's right. And the seagull, we can think is the whales and seagulls share the food.
So it's like a win-win strategy for the two creatures.
Mm-hmm. And the food they like, the Bryde's whales like called anchovy. Yeah.
So it's a kind of fish, right?
Yeah. It's very tiny fish, but they have a group. They have a group fish in under the water.
So when they conduct their hunting, the whales will corner those fish into a relatively dense area to increase the density of the fishes for more convenient hunting.
They need to trace all the fish together and hunt once.
So when they emerge on the surface to eat those fish, we can see that they have different patterns of swallowing and opening their mouths. So what's the difference between those different movements?
They use different hunting ways. They use different hunting ways for different situation about the fish group. Sometimes, like the side feeding, we also call it lock feeding, and the trap feeding is open the mouth on the surface.
Okay, so
But we still don't know what to 那个怎么说，就我不知道他们这个什么时候会选择什么样的捕食方式。
so it depends on the situation, but we still don't know the reason behind
yeah.
those movements.
Mm-hmm.
So do they conduct hunting all the day, like 24/7, or do they have special time for their dining?
Actually, we saw the whales hunting the whole day, include the night at night. So we think they use like sound to track the fish group, and they hunt the fishes. So in the morning, in the morning and in the dark, about 5 to 7 p.m. in the afternoon is the most 就是他们捕食最频繁的时间。
That's the most frequent time for their
hunting.
hunting.
Yeah.
So I know that the Bryde's whale can grow to as large as
12 meters.
12 meters
Yes.
long, and they can weigh between 10 to 20 tons.
Tons. Yeah.
So can you tell us the number of fish they can consume in a day?
We don't know about this so far. Yeah, we guess they need to hunt about yeah. We still don't know about this.
So can you tell us how to distinguish one whale between another? Like, do you have any special name given to a
The
specific whale?
We gave 3 whales name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Others just number.
Just
Number.
numbers.
Yeah,
Oh,
because I think I'm not their father.
okay. But you are a close friend of them, right?
Yeah, but close friend never gave their name, right? Yeah.
That's
So
right.
so we gave 3 whales names. One have died.
Oh,
already.
what a pity.
Yeah, and
So-
it's named Monster because
Monster.
yeah, Monster.
That's a
Because
magnificent
another one is 翘嘴.
oh
翘嘴, yeah, because it have a scar on the mouth.
yeah.
Yeah, and the third one is the whales we saw the first whale. We call it 斜阳里. 斜阳 is the island.
The name
here.
of the
yeah,
island.
The name
Okay.
of the island. It means inside the 斜阳.
Wow.
So-
There are some meaningful names. So you mentioned that the second whale is named like scarred mouth. It's because it has an injured wound around his mouth.
Yes.
So what's the reason that caused this injury?
We don't know. It's two whales hunting together.
Wow. That's magnificent. I've never seen anything like this before.
But there are 4 whales here. 3 whales in here.
So,
Five whales. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Wow.
5.
So Mr. Chen, are they within the same family?
No, I don't think so.
So they are not closely related to each other, but they just live together.
I think just they arrive here on the same time and hunt here, and they will live separate.
Wow.
Oh, whoa!
That one has just opened its mouth.
It looks like a small one.
Yeah. That's a
See?
younger one.
Yeah. And we use this way to identify which one is female whale.
How?
The whale have this.
What's the difference between the male and the female? Like, is there any distinctive features on their bodies?
It's hard to make sure which one is male whale on the surface.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the female one, when they bring a young whale,
Oh,
that's female.
I see.
Yeah.
You can.
the mother always.
You can tell from the parental behaviors.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we can think the mother always take care of
take
their
care of his
children.
babies.
Yeah.
Okay. So how many babies can one female whale have at the same time?
One.
Only one. So yeah. So those whales don't have any siblings.
Yeah, in some records said it maybe have 2
Wow.
twins, but we never saw that.
It's almost like pandas in the sea. So, how big is the group? Is the family of this group of whales? What's the number of their?
I think the baleen whale, it called baleen whale.
Baleen.
Baleen whale, the Xujing. Oh, there's another one.
There's another one.
Yeah, that's another one.
Family day.
Yeah, they don't have family day.
Only babies in their mothers.
Yeah. And family day, that's for the
Wow.
toothed whale.
That one is so close to our boat. So they are not afraid of human activities, right?
No, they don't afraid. But if the boat is larger than this, they will keep the distance.
Okay. So
But this boat is small, and sometimes they just swing around the boat.
wow.
And we can use the jaw right now.
According to data released by Guangxi's Oceanic Administration, the autonomous region has invested over 6 billion yuan of funds into relevant marine ecological protection projects since 2017, making the Beibu Gulf among China's cleanest offshore marine areas. Bryde's whales have enjoyed top-level state protection in China since 2021, with sufficient water, depth, adequate food resources, the absence of natural enemy, the orcas, and without much interference from human activities, Weizhou Island has recorded a more frequent presence of the rare whales over the years, indicating Guangxi's outstanding efforts in strengthening marine ecological protection. That's all for today's Xinhua Live. Thank you for watching. See you next time.